Welcome back, guys. So today I'm up at my uncle's place, and I had posted a video a little while back of a kind of impromptu patterning of my shotgun. And originally I was just going to shoot my shotgun a couple times on some little small 12x18 duck targets, and then it kind of evolved to let's see what my modified choke factory versus a Patternmaster and a Kicks High Flyer could do. So a lot of you guys have watched it, you've made your comments. Some of you guys said it was shooter error. Some of you guys said that it was kind of, my shots were going high, I need to put it on a bigger board, which I did. So what I did is I made some 30-inch circles like you guys recommended, put my targets on those, gave me a line down the middle of the target so I could see what my split would be. Some of you guys prefer 60-40 splits, some guys prefer 50-50 splits, meaning that 50% of the pattern is above the line, 50% is below the line. A lot of waterfowlers, from what I've read, like a 60-40 because sometimes those ducks, once they do drop in, you shoot it the first time, they'll rise up. So that pattern shooting a little bit higher is what you're looking for sometimes. So anyway, we came up here and was going to get a good shoot in. I brought my daughter, got her 410, but instead the weather decided to change. I don't know the pond back there, but there is rain. So I'm going to make the best of it. We're going to shoot underneath this little covered area here under the breezeway. I'm going to still shoot from a steady rest. So there is no shooter error. There's no me going up and down. It's solid rest. And we're going to see what happens. So stay tuned, and hopefully I can get a good pattern out of these. Thanks. Bye. All right, guys, so here's the setup. So again, like I said, these are essentially 30-inch targets, 30-inch circles, I'm sorry. I've drawn a line straight through the middle of it, and I've stapled my shoot and see duck target to it. The duck target itself is 12x18. That's roughly the size of like a widgeon teal as far as the actual duck on the board. I'm going to see if I can hold off just a little bit longer for the weather, but stay tuned and I'll put the pattern on there. And taken from a steady bench. So you can see here I've got a steady bench set up. It's ready to go. So I'm going to put the target down there at about 35 yards and see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so you see behind me I got the target set up. I got a 50-yard target, a 40-yard target, and right here is a 30-yard target. So I'm going to take 3 shots. I'm going to be shooting some 3-inch Federal 12-gauge 3-inch 1 1/8 3 shots. So I'll be consistent with those 3. All right. All right, guys. As you can see, steady rest. I'm going to put the bead on the body of the duck. I've got no rim showing when I shoot. We're going to start with a 50-yard target. $50 yards. Right in the hole. All right, it's 50. I'm going to come over here to 40-yard target. It's the Patternmaster Code Black Duck. Now I'm on to the 30-yard target. All right, chamber is open. All right, guys, welcome back. So I just picked up all the targets, and I just went inside, and me and my daughter, we marked the pattern down with some small X's. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we got. I'm going to start over here. All right, guys, so we're going to start here at the 30-yard mark. This is the target that's at 30, and as you can see with this pattern, it's a real dense, thick pattern. It's above the middle line, which, again, a lot of you guys out there in waterfowl, you want to have a 60-40 split. This, to me, is a little bit more like a 70-30 split. Most of my pattern is condensed high. It's a dead duck regardless, but I want to get this area here brought down to that center line. So I'm going to investigate if I can shim up my shotgun a little bit more. I have not done that, I don't believe. I put some extenders in the butt to give me a little bit more length of pull, but I don't think I messed with the shim when I bought it. So some of you guys commented on that, and I appreciate that. It's going to probably help me out a ton. Now on to the 40-yard. You can see here it spreads out a little bit more. Again, the majority of my pellets are above the center line up high. If I could bring this down, this area down to the center line, be in business. Now this duck is a dead duck no matter what, but it does explain a lot to me when I'm shooting. Just this past couple days I went out on a bay hunt and I was trying to finish off some birds and water swat a couple birds that were out of distance, and my pattern was just dancing all around them. So this gives me a better idea that I'm shooting a lot higher than I think. Coming over here to 50, the board is not wanting to stay up, so I'm going to hold it up for you guys here. It is a little wet, but you can see the 50-yard mark here. Again, things are a little spread out. I got a lot more in the center mass than I did in the others. It's still a dead duck. Patternmaster held true on that as far as getting the dead ducks. I don't know, guys. I'm a little bit torn. I don't really know because I'm very new to waterfowl. I'm new to the Patternmaster brand, but to me, if I can pull in these 40 and 30-inch patterns down, then I'm going to be good all day long. 50 is a stretch for me. It's a pretty far poke. I'll probably only be shooting 50 yards if I'm shooting at geese. It's a bigger target anyway. But my bread and butter is 25 to 40 yards on ducks as of the last 2 years. So if I can get this down, I think I'll be in good shape. Now again, thank you guys in the last video I posted for making comments about the shim. That's going to be a big help, especially for this, again, the 40-yard target here. It's a Patternmaster Code Black Duck, which is essentially a full choke. And here's the 30-yard target. So just for kicks, I'm going to go ahead and put in my factory modified choke into my Beretta A400 Extreme Unico. I'm going to put 2 more targets out, and I'm going to see what happens and see if I get a little bit tighter pattern, looser pattern, what have you. All right, guys, so again, modified factory choke, 30 and 40 yards. Alright guys, so we're back. I just shot the modified as you saw. I'm sorry if it's a little loud. If it's too loud in this video, then I'll have to dub over it, but underneath this carport with a metal tin roof, so it's a little loud. But here's what we got. The 30-yard modified, you can see here, marked in red, had a pretty dang good tight pattern, which what I expected. A good group up here, which again, if I shim my shotgun, it should bring it down a little bit. But this is the modified. Dead bird for sure. And just to give a little bit of a side-by-side appearance, I can give you the Code Black 30-yard here, and then the 30-yard modified here. Again, either way you look at it, it's a dead bird. Now, if I can get this pattern to go down, it's a devastating pattern. I mean, that is just thick right here. Very thick, so that's a good thing. Now, this is at my 40-yard range, and it's marked in red. So, again, at 40 yards with a modified choke, I bring this pattern down a little bit. I'm still killing the bird. I'm still getting a good spread out of it, but obviously my pattern is going up. So, again, I want to thank you guys. For the ones that commented in my last video, thank you for pointing out that I possibly need to shim my shotgun. That's something that, as a new waterfowl hunter, I kind of overlooked. So thank you again for that. The comments down below are always helpful. Just remember, guys, I'm new to this, so I'm learning as I go as well. I'm putting these videos out so that maybe some other people who are new as well can kind of see how I'm doing and what I'm doing along my journey. So be supportive. That's all I can say. Is us waterfowlers and hunters in general, just be supportive of each other. I'm going to shoot my daughter's 410 here with her, let her take a couple shots, so you might see that in this video. If not, I hope you like what you saw here, guys. If you have any suggestions of what I could do better, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to try something out. So thanks, guys. We'll see you guys. Bye.